she has always acknowledged that the leader of the Barbs was essentially the reason she wanted to pick up the mic in the first place.
I wrote my first song when I was in the 6th grade. I knew this girl who was a huge Nicki Minaj fan, and at this time I was really Christian, and I believed that Nicki Minaj was a part of the Illuminati. I was really against her, but she put me on to Nicki Minaj, and I was immediately hooked and wanted to start a group. I wanted to rap, so I wrote my first song, and we did it at a talent show.
I was over her house earlier, and I was doing laundry, and I saw 2 things of Skyline in there, and it looked like it was Skyline chili. I was like, oh, so you a fake beat? I should have took a picture.
Nah, I feel like she slick me cheating. Like, ain't no way. Sometimes, like, her iron get low sometimes, and she definitely on some iron.
Yeah. And she had some fudge rounds over there too, and it was decent. It was a decent dent in that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, I took 3. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Huh?
Was it dent from you then? You said you took 3.
No, it was already a dent in them, and then I took 3.
Oh, yeah, she on you.
Yeah, but it's like Bruce ain't over there that often. I'm sure you smacking on him, and I'm sure that vegans ain't supposed to have it.
Outside letting Bruce, probably, right? And I thought about it. He don't live there. Do it?
No, he does not.
Where Bruce staying?
At the daycare. That's nice.
That's him?
No, sometimes just with him, but sometimes with my mom. Mom be going back and forth from Cleveland to Snyder. Yeah.
In truth, some fans believe that she was using those influences to define her own wave, but others weren't exactly sold. Inspiration versus copying on every song is not the same thing. You're absolutely right. DoeChii said that Nicki Minaj is the reason where she started rapping, but there's a big difference between inspiration and imitation. DoeChii blatantly copies Nicki and has no originality whatsoever. And sure enough, this accusation occurred again after her appearance on The Weeknd's remix for Timeless.
Timeless remix, The Weeknd?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she did that Timeless remix, bro. That shit will always piss me off. The Timeless remix and the Anxiety song, I'm not even gonna listen to it. Why the fuck would I listen to it, bro?
What the f? Oh yeah, she an industry plant 100%. And it's on The Weeknd's official page. This confirms she's 100% a plant. Biting up. Got a Nicki Minaj delivery and flow too.
Speaking of which, this was another move that has likely contributed to the DoeChii hate train, and it's steadily increasing momentum as of late. For one thing, it wasn't good for the optics surrounding industry plant allegations to have been shoehorned into a track with 2 big artists after the fact.
There's so many places and areas in music you can go where you don't know about DoeChii's presence. But it was aggressive in this instance, in this context, because she's now attached to a song that I don't know how far Timeless ended up going. My whole point is, not only is it on The Weeknd, it's with Playboy Cardi. This is not like they asked me to be on the song. This is how the f did you, like, Polar Bear in Atlanta type shit again?
Beyond that, the feature just didn't feel organic. Instead, it came off as something approved by label committees and not the artists themselves.
When you have this much visibility and then you throw yourself into the public eye to this extent, attached to 2 megastars, now your visibility is like where it was before, now it's at 100 million. Industry plant allegations are gonna go more insane now. I think it would just be fine if she dropped another single by herself, which to me, like, it just makes the most sense.
Some fans also felt that her team didn't know who they were targeting, and that her collab choices made things even worse. Of all the Weeknd songs to remix, they picked the one with Cardi. Her vibe fits more with Doja, Tyler, or Kendrick. Not Future or Thug, this just felt forced and aimed at the wrong crowd. All in all, it feeds into the idea that TDE is desperate to crown a new superstar to fit the void left by Kendrick Lamar.
That is one of the biggest things too, is where it's like people can definitely tell when when the industry's trying to push an artist on somebody. Like a huge song like that, like Timeless. If with Cardi and The Weeknd doing it, I would want to hear a remix. If anything, I want to hear it with fucking Uzi on it, or somebody who has that psychedelic type of. I say Uzi, possibly Kid Cudi, shit, I'll do even Future. Or Travis. Travis would have went hard on that shit. You do DoeChii. DoeChii, if anything, DoeChii could have been on your fucking album or something. Weekend. She could have been on your album if you really wanted her.
And now, people feel like DoeChii is being forced onto the public, so much so that it's causing a wave of backlash. But if there's one move that really fueled the hate that DoeChii's facing right now, it's the release of her song Anxiety. Originally from her Coven sessions, this track samples Gautier and Kimbra's Somebody That I Used to Know, and wasn't even cleared for official release at first. After her fans rediscovered it, the song was greenlit and eventually peaked at number 9 on the chart. With the track being literally everywhere, it should have been a moment of celebration, but instead, it exposed her to more hatred than ever before, leading some people such as Kai Cenat to crash out over how unreasonable they believed it to be.
Y'all don't like DoeChii? Or y'all don't like the song? Or y'all don't like both? Like, I'm trying to understand.
They know.
Not
They
because
know that
he's
we
chopped,
next.
bro.
We already
Not
here.
because he's
We
chopped,
next.
bro. It said she's chopped, bro. What are you even saying?
I already heard.
Oh, because she's chopped? What the are you saying? She's not even, like, what?
Meanwhile, other streamers like XQC fully leaned into the disgust which she was getting these days.
I just don't like her music. It's a bum. I mean, I'm sure she's a good person. I'm sure she does good stuff. I think it's fucking dog shit.
But it's fair to say that no one went harder than Aiden Ross, who had been sitting on a mounting dislike of her until eventually exploding.
Oh, DoeChii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that industry plant. You guys can say shit whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. DoeChii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. Stop listening to her music.
After
Cardi
this,
and Abel, why would you
after
give her a
this
feature on a
reaction,
remix?
I'm
You
about to
shouldn't
go
have cleared
ahead. I'm
it.
gonna
She's just
get
the
off
worst.
of,
She's a piece of
my
shit. She's
kid.
still someone like that I used to know. She
Pay
makes
attention
no
to
good
this.
music. She's horrible. She has zero talent.
And in this
Just chill
instance,
vibe and
things
shit.
clearly got out of hand for TDE, with DoeChii clapping back on Instagram, and Punch clapping back at Aiden to let him know that he shouldn't be saying things recklessly unless he was willing to suffer for it. These internet guys are really going far. It's the difference between entertainment and being disrespectful. I understand it's certain people's brands to say things they say, but it's going to go somewhere else. Eventually, everyone will
I just sit here silent because I'm the host.
Let's just keep it
I don't
cool
know
and
what that
respectful.
was. I didn't
And now,
see that.
after aiming at someone that the industry reveres, Aiden claims he has faced the consequences of his actions through his pockets.
Oh my god, I'm so mad at it. My PR was finally getting better. I had 2 deals lined up. You lost both my deals. Oh god.
They f***ed up DDG shit yesterday, didn't they?
Yes, bro. They f***ed up my shit, his shit. Like I had an ad deal too I was gonna do. Like it's not even about the money. It's just because like I want to do it. It's like damn, it was a big ad. It was a bad.
And that's another bad thing too, because you already know, man, the streamers is where it's at too. So if the streamers, if they lose their potential deals or lose deals that they was going back and forth because of something that they said about a certain artist that already has shit around them being a plant, everybody's already gonna keep fueling that idea of her being a plant or whatever type of topic or thesis they have around that person.
Like it was a big deal. So it's like. But yeah, bro. I mean, that's just the way it is, bro. That's the reality of how the world works. I mean, you know.
But also, one thing I can't say is that shit. If you lose it from talking about some bots, it wasn't meant to happen. There's something bigger that's coming. So.
It is, bro.
Yo, I think Kai is the only streamer clean enough to like really be aligned with brand.
Then there's the concerns brought up by those who actually support DoeChii. As while the song may not be everyone's taste, its success may cause an obstacle in itself. Because if she's not careful, it might leave her pigeonholed in this lane by audiences, or her label might pressure her to continue in this lane.
I do have at least a few concerns about DoeChii's career and this song moving forward from here, because the track is getting so popular and gaining so much viral spread, and clearly her and the label are leaning into that with the release of this latest music video. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid of 2 things. DoeChii has so much potential from here, and she's still gaining exposure and new fans, and I'm afraid that the hate behind this track, which, I mean, it's very loud and very annoying, there are people who are going to be turned off to her and her music entirely from here forward just because of this one fucking song.
Despite the fact that she's technically at the peak of her career to date, DoeChii's next moves need to be carried out with extreme care and caution, because while she is the most streamed rapper in the world today, bar none, That crazy upswing in exposure has not only led to allegations that her success was engineered, but proved that in some ways, she wasn't prepared for the spotlight that comes with having a mic in your face and everyone watching your every move. But one thing is undeniable, and that's no matter what anyone says, DoeChii really got it out the mud. Sure, you can argue that the label's pushing the button on her right now, but acting like she was made in a lab completely ignores the grind that got her here. Her journey played out in real time, right in front of us. For anyone who actually followed her come up, the idea that she's an industry plant just doesn't hold up. She documented her growth every step of the way, and people have been rooting for her long before the mainstream caught on. Whether you like her or not, that talking point just doesn't stick. Now facing a make or break project, it's time for DoeChii to step up and become undeniable. Otherwise, people are always gonna wonder if the marketing campaign of 2024 is what truly birthed her rise from underground spitter to mainstream contender.
Shout out to Louisa, that was a great video.